Start by clearing the energy. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kemetic Tarot with the Nubian Oracle. Ask my benevolent spirit guides and ancestors, angels and archangels to bless us with the messages the collective needs at this time. Right away, abundance did want to fall out. If I can get one card, please. Hearing inner guidance. My intuition flows whenever I'm still. Polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. Okay. On this deck, when it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. Acknowledging apprehension. Okay. Honoring adversity. Bottom of the deck. I'm going to go into the native spirit deck. Spirit, can you give me one card, please? Some of you guys could be listening to your intuition a lot more at this point in time. You guys could be heeding the warnings. Spirit Keeper of the West. And you guys can be spending a lot more time by yourself at this point in time. I'm getting the sense here that a lot of you are working on your heart chakras. Your heart chakra could have been damaged from before, and I see that you are now working on it. Okay. You're becoming a lot more in tune. You're feeling yourself more. Okay. Doing the healing that you need to be doing, but you still have some blockages. Okay. Still some apprehension that you could be experiencing. We have Spirit of Air. Look at how beautiful that is. Okay. Spirit, if I can get one more card, please. Spirit Keeper of the North. Beautiful. Shapeshifter at the bottom of the deck. Let's go in and can I get one card from this deck, please? Too many cards, please. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. One card, please. Too many cards. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. One card, please. One card, please. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites. Really like that card. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Okay. Okay, so yes, definitely water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest, surrendering. Okay, hearing the inner guidance, taking care of your heart chakra, polishing your heart chakra. We have Spirit Keeper of the West, which speaks of transformation. Okay, letting go of the old. Okay, illumination speaks of harvest. Okay, it speaks of how chaos brings positive change and that you should trust your heart. Right? This is a period of transformation. You could have gone through something that was tumultuous and very chaotic. Okay, there could have been a lot of turmoil, but almost all change comes from something chaotic and disruptive and turmoil, right? Okay, so Spirit is telling you don't be concerned about the confusion of life. You could have felt very confused. Yeah, very, very, very confused, right? This is kind of like what you had experienced. Could have been growing some kind of growing pains. A lot of you guys, some of you guys could have experienced your Saturn for the first or second time, where it was just very chaotic, very tumultuous. Okay, it kind of felt like the tumultuous years of like teenage years, right? But those kind of growing pains that lead to transformation, that leads into us going into the next phase of our life is necessary, and the chaos is the rapid growth of it all, right? This speaks of like autumn, fall, like the sun like changing, like things dropping, leaves falling, changing their colors, to go into a new season. Okay, so this is speaking of new growth. This is the energy of you growing new. Okay, and because of that, you want to surrender, kind of fall into the arms of the universe of divine. Divine is taking care of you at this point in time. That you need to nourish yourself. Okay, you need to water your own garden, right? Okay, so when we have the spirit of air, this speaks to having more clarity. And I'm noticing, you notice all this blue energy here. I don't know if you can see the cards, this blue, purple, very loving energy. Okay, this speaks of having clarity. You could have came out of a space of chaos where you didn't know. Okay, but I'm seeing that your consciousness is expanding, right? You're starting to get out of mental clutter. Maybe you're able to see from a higher perspective of your life at this point in time. Just look at that. I'm noticing the horizon, the higher perspective of life, the clarity of it all. Okay. And so, like, one of the most direct and powerful ways that spirit communicates messages is through air. Okay. And this is the belief of the like Cherokee people and, native tribes. They believed, and when I was shuffling, I did see messengers when I was shuffling with this deck here. So they believe that the wind is a messenger, okay, and it carries the messages through the wind, and that's kind of why they had birds or pigeons kind of to carry through the wind the messages, right? So information carried from other realms. You might notice some change in the wind, Okay, some of you guys might identify with being an air sign, so that you could either have a significant placement of air sign, or you could have been someone that when you received your messages, it was through the air, noticing the differences in the air, feeling the differences in the air. I know people get different things, different signs and synchronicities, maybe messages, maybe depending on the season, maybe depending on the weather. Okay. My mom is definitely like that. She gets different messages depending on the weather. Okay, so this is about mental clarity, inspiration, transformation, freedom, okay, communication. Okay, so it's about seeing things from a different, seeing situations from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. Okay, and at this point in time, you might be, because the spirit of air does call you to declutter and to start organizing your life, to discern, right? To start analyzing, to organize, to evaluate, and to judge certain things in your life. Okay, developing the capacity to air sign, right? Use your mind, use your logic to see clear, to think clearly. Okay, this could be what you're being called to, because it's definitely a lot of transformation energy, going from chaotic energy and blurry and, unsure, and really having to tap into your intuition to guide yourself from situations, to now having some clarity to see what's actually going on. Right? So we also have Spirit Keeper of the North. Okay, so Spirit Keeper of the North. Notice the winter. We just went from what looks like could be spring, summer, right? Or sorry, fall, right? We got some air, air energy, right? You can see how it's starting to get colder now. We have some winter here. Okay. So anyways, when it comes to the Spirit Keeper of the North, okay, so you're being called to connect with your ancestors, to connect deep inside, to mend relationships, to kind of watch your dreams, right? To meditate, right? It's kind of that hibernation energy where you have to kind of go within and to draw within. And when you draw within, especially when you draw in, you start to contemplate things, you start to connect with your ancestors a lot more. And so you're being called to, forgive people and situations that maybe you've been dragging around, maybe you haven't necessarily let go. Okay. It's time to really contemplate these situations. And, it's very interesting because just a second ago, I got the message of forgiveness, to forgive those, right? To forgive those who have trespassed against us, those who could have hurt us, to forgive yourself for the actions that you participated in or situations that you allowed to participate in. So this is the energy of forgiveness. What is it that you're dragging around that you need to let go of? Okay. It's speaking of endings. Okay. Right now, it's a time to measure your life, to really get some clarity, to really see what your life has been, or how you've gotten to where you are, or, what these situations have meant for you, to get really clear about what they mean for you, what you were meant to learn, why you experience things, and really clean up your life, declutter your life, organize and analyze your life, and to take stock of your life. Okay, explore what's working for you, what's not, who's working for you and who's not. Like, who do you need to release? What do you need to repair? What relationships do you need to mend, or do you need to nurture? Okay, it's time to incubate. It's time to, dream and make plans for your futures. And when you get this card, you know that your ancestors are close to you, right? When you get this card, and this reading is for you, you're watching this reading, it's that your ancestors are close to you and that you can call on them because they want to help you, but you need to call on them. Okay. So what you can do to kind of invoke this energy, you can stand outside at night, facing the north. You can inhale the darkness. Okay. Sink into your own depth in the stillness. Okay. And then allow the ancient wisdom to emerge, right? Connecting with the ancestors, right? We have fallen into my arms. Water your garden. Okay. with this fall into my arms, it's the ancestors saying fall into my arms, like just let us help you, like let me help you, like fall into us, like trust us, like we right here, we got you, right? Surrender, we're right here and we got you. Okay, water your garden, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and put it on me, put it on them, right? They're right here. They're ready to hold you. Like you need to fall, that game where it's like, you have your friends stand behind you and you cross your arms and they're like, okay, fall back and I'll catch you. And it's really that energy of trust. It's that energy of like, you need to trust your guidance. You need your guides. You need to trust the guidance that they give you. When they tell you to surrender, it's time to surrender. When they tell you fall into my arms, you fall into their arms, right? If you need to connect with yourself and go into the deep and contemplate your life and feel things out, this is what you're being called to do. You're being called to clear, to declutter, to take stock of your life, to transform your life, to reevaluate your life. It's a new energy emerging. It's going from chaos to clarity. It's the next phase of your life. Okay, hearing guidance, right? Because your ancestors are trying to guide you. They're communicating with you, right? You might notice it in the air. You might need to start paying attention to the air a little bit more. That might be for you. If this message is for you, you might be somebody who sees things through the air. Everybody has a different way that they connect with their own ancestors, right? But you're apprehensive, right? And they know that. But you need to acknowledge that you're a little bit scared to fall back when they say, I got you, fall back, right? Just cross your arms and then just tilt your head backwards and then just allow yourself to fall back. And you're one of those who's real apprehensive. Okay, 17:07 on the clock. Okay. What do we have here? A fire reveals a path of renewed direction once the burning is complete. 17:17 on the clock. Honoring adversity, to honor the things that you've gone through, to honor the fight that you've gone through, right? To honor that it was there to teach you, to help you to grow. That once the burning is complete, a new path is going to reveal itself, a renewed direction. That you're getting ready to go on the next journey. Your ancestors are getting ready to take you on the next journey. You need to trust the process of life. If you've seen the last video, it's about going with the flow and allowing life to guide you, release the control, right? Okay, and so that's the message that I got for you guys today. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm going to go